At least on stream. I don't think there's any other options to mess with. Yep, nothing in here since I haven't actually played the game yet. Okay, let's get started. There's an arcade mode?
If you listen, I will tell you of a man lost in his world, haunted by dreams of legend. Medicine could not help him. Visions drove him on. A shaman he sought, a teacher and a mystic. The Pal Kaba, who could make sense of these visions, who would heal him. He found the seer, collapsed at his fireside, and listened as he was told the ancient truth. Stories of a great wheel endlessly turning. Of two sisters who helped make the world, and then sought to shatter it. Imprisoned by a hero, a soul waiting through the ages, eager to be reborn. His time has come again.
On Outland?
But so has theirs. And the earth trembles in fear.
Cool. So, what can I do? Nice cloth. Oh my god, that's quite a leap, holy cow. Puts Mario to shame. The other buttons don't do anything yet. Who are you? Yeah, this game is called Outland. The one and only Vooligan used to run it. And I don't know if you know the story of this game, which is that there was some kind of dispute. I don't know exactly what it was about, but you actually could not buy this game for a while. So, like, if you already owned it, you could play it, but there was no way to purchase it. And that is no longer true. So I actually bought this, like, I don't know, 2 months ago or something, but just getting around to it now. Very pretty game. Okay, now I need to see if there's... It doesn't look like there's buffered jumps at all. Are there buffered wall jumps? A little. Oh, there actually are buffered wall jumps. Cool. But no buffered regular jumps. Already thinking about the speedrun strats. Ooh, I want that. A mark of the gods, find more to unlock secret rewards. And I don't seem to have a sprint, at least not yet. Oh, we're gonna do multi-wall jumps. Beware the ender's use of raw creation, light and dark. Okay. Collectibles in my video game? I only play very serious games with crafting and collectibles that are open worlds. This game isn't even open world. Not worth my time. I guess that depends on your definition. Oh, I thought I died for a second. Hey, how's the audio balance? I don't want to turn the game volume up too much because I'm worried that it'll kind of blast out your eardrums at the louder parts. Okay, so that's a checkpoint. Guiding light. A magical light travels here and there through the world, guiding you along your journey. Help me, butterflies. I did it. I'm gonna do a damageless, deathless playthrough. Well, shit. That doesn't count. Because it's the tutorial. Yeah, I can't break this. I want to break the vase, but I can't. Oh, that looks like a breakable wall. Oh, shit. The power of life can be found throughout the world or within your enemies. Where... Give me a health potion. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Is this a health restore? You can now attack enemies. Also from ladders. Uppercut them. Crouch attack them. Okay, so we have attacks. And I have an up attack. Unlike Ori, it doesn't lift me. And I have a down attack. Well, a crouch attack. So obviously... Well, actually, this is probably a shortcut back down. Yes. Yes. This is a Mega Man game. Was there anything? Okay, that's where I just went, I think. Whoa, God. Oh, oh, ho, 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 ho. No! My money. Oh, God. Wait. Yeah! Ready? No, my money's despawning. Yes, I got it. Money's the most important thing in this game, I've decided. So I'm still in the origin part of the story, whatever that means. Remember, you can uppercut your foes to send them... Can I uppercut these things? Oh. I thought these would be like the gamers. Where I couldn't really kill them. Oh! Ho, 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 ho. Alright, that was a close one. Oh! Hopping Shovel Knight SMH. Even though this came out way... Oh, God. Way before Shovel Knight. Oh, I was looking at the projectiles. Okay, I can grab that. Yeah, fair warning, this isn't a blind playthrough because I've watched Foolgen speedrun this a fair bit. So it's still not the same as playing it myself, but you know, I kind of know how a number of the mechanics work. Slide. You can use the slide to go under low gaps or strike your foes. Okay. Well, that's cool. Yes. Yeah, so I mean, the basic premise of this game is, I mean, right now it's kind of just a standard hack and slash, but it will get more interesting. So far, I'm impressed with the responsiveness of the mechanics. Obviously, that's very important in a platformer. Like, there's some sliding here, but that's different. You know, the input is still very, very responsive. I don't know if you can kind of hear the joystick there. Oh, goodness. Whoa, ho, 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 that was nice. That's cool. I actually was able to get a slide from, like, almost nothing. It's funny that this is from 2011, because my first thought when I looked at the menus and stuff was like, this very much feels like an Xbox Live style menu. And I'm not exactly sure why, and, you know, I already knew that this game was from around that time, so it's not actually an intuition or anything, but I think it's kind of interesting. Let's go this way. Oh, this is a shortcut. But yeah, these kind of particle bursts, this game will start to have more in common with, I don't know if I'd call it bullet hell. It can get a little bullet hell-y sometimes. It has bullet hell elements, I suppose. Oh yeah, Cannon? Did you, what got you into gaming? Launch skill required to use Launchpad. Okay. This is very pretty. I like the colors. Nice. Do you remember... Oh, of course you do. Do you remember what your first video game was? So, see, for a lot of people, that can be a tricky question if they've been playing games, you know, since they were a tiny little baby, but...
Fall back through
Oh!
time. Become the ancient hero. Let his spirits, dark and light, arm you in this final battle.
So this is John Outland. Oh, I see. I see. Oh, I'm sorry. I misread. Well, that's awesome. I think... I can't say for certain that this was absolutely my first video game, but I remember playing Super Mario World in daycare back in Tennessee. So that was certainly early in my career of gaming. Spirit energy. I can swap between spirits. Channeling. The light and dark spirit allow you to use items aligned with that spirit. Okay, yep. So, like, right now I can't get through this. Or, yeah, I can't get through it, but if I'm blue, then I can go through it just fine. Or, unless I get hit. Channeling light or dark also allows you to wound enemies aligned with the opposing spirit. So if I'm blue, I can slap the red spider. Oh. Is it a Ikaruga? Is that the other kind of bullet hell game based on colors like this? So this is the Ikaruga of platformers. Oh boy. Oh goodness. This is getting kind of complicated. Oh boy. that a secret of some kind? No. So I thought the game started 30,000 years in the past, but clearly now I'm 30,000 years in the past. Oh god. I wouldn't say I quite have the hang of swapping dimensions when I need to. Right, yeah. It doesn't go ridiculous bullet hell. Oh my god. Hit me with his fire blast. What does this do? What's down here? I kind of like when games do this. Actually, the original Assassin's Creed had a little section like this where you started off as Altair, and you had basically all of your powers, but only for a very short period of time until you were, you know, shamed or whatever it is. And then you get your powers taken away, so it's kind of like a tease of what you're going to be able to do later. Oh, switch, right. I'm like, is there nothing over here? Oh, did Metroid do that? I've never played a Super Metroid game because I'm a bad person. That's a spike. Oh, my goodness. Oh, that opened up, this. I plan to play Super Metroid. I actually have a ROM of it downloaded already. Of course, I know a fair bit about it at this point, but it's one of those games that I really should play. Ooh, this kind of feels like a boss fight. If I know anything about boss fight arenas. You know what it is? This is very much like Xbox Live, like XNA 2011 video game. You know, with like the lots of 2D assets moving around like this. Really starting to play with like platforming and physics systems. And I think it's great, but like you can really... Now this style is somewhat old, but it wasn't then. I think it's funny. Oh, it's the sisters. Uh-oh. Alright, here I am back 30,000 years in the future.
The hero's journey ended. Ancient spirits release their grasp, and you awake, just a man. Surely it was a dream.
So this is John Outland. Is the person in the past, is that his ancestor Jeff Outland? Or are they both John Outland? Teleportation, okay. Level map. Psh. I don't need a map. Oh, well, shit. I can't do that either. Let's go down here. I need a ground pound. That is very pretty. Nice effect. Vula, I still play WoW every day to, you know, do some of my dailies and stuff, and more and more I've just been like, especially when I'm flying somewhere and I have to wait like 2 minutes to fly there or whatever, I've just been looking around at like all the texture work and shit and just like how how it's so good. It's almost like there's a whole team of people doing it. I could see that, but like they seem to do a good job. Like the backgrounds so far have all roughly had like a color scheme. You know, here it's kind of like yellow-green, and my character is the character and the platforms tend to be very dark, so it's still pretty easy to spot. Whoops. Oh my god, it really does. It's the music too. Like I think Ardenweald has to have my favorite music, probably Reverend Reth II. But like even Bastion, like right when you get into Bastion, that music is like it's so cool because it very like I feel like even not knowing what it is, it kind of sounds like Hercules if there was something corrupt with the world. You know, like it isn't like that dark. But it's not quite right either. I just love it when games do that. Like the other example for me is like the Forlorn Ruins music from Ori 1, which is my favorite track in that game, I think. Oh yeah, definitely. Because like I remember when I traveled for work in the before times, I was hanging out with one of my coworkers. Oh wait, maybe I should not be blowing up all the health. I was hanging out with a coworker and showed him the Forlorn Ruins music, and I had described it as like really interesting, and I asked him to kind of describe what he thought like the zone was like, and he like correctly pegged kind of icy, like abandoned kind of ruins, knowing nothing about the game or its actual context. And I'm like, that's pretty impressive. You're not thinking of Naya Lumbar, are you? Oh ho ho! Classic trick. Give me this money. Oh, Limbo. Yeah, I could see it with the darkness. Limbo is such an excellent game. That the animation is really, really good. I think when Limbo came out, it actually won a number of awards specifically for its animation. Probably for it just being a good game as well, but oh, I want that. 42? I can't get 42 collectibles. I can get at most 10, or maybe 100 if I'm playing Banjo-Kazooie. I also enjoyed Limbo. I'm trying to think of like the games I played, because it's so weird now to think of like, you know, playing games before like I really had a proper gaming PC. Because I didn't build my first gaming PC until I think 2013. Maybe 2012, but I think it was 2013. And like before Discord existed too. Like I know, like growing up, my family had PlayStation consoles, so I played, you know, Crash Bandicoot and Spyro and a bunch of those games. And then that continued on to kind of similar titles on PS2, and then on PS3 I played the Uncharted games and whatever. Then in college, my sophomore year, my roommate had an Xbox 360, and we would play Call of Duty Black Ops all the time. Like, it was his console, but basically all of us just kind of would play on his account whenever one of us was home and wanted to play. That was a lot of fun, actually. And that led to me buying my own 360 junior year, so that I could also be the Black Ops. Oop. Oh god, that's a large spread. Can I hang indefinitely? No. Okay, oh, careful, careful. Oh no! Alright, well, it's no longer deathless. Let's see, I know I played a lot of Skyrim back in 2011. Maybe 2012. Played an enormous amount of Trials Evolution. That game was and is fantastic. Did I go down here before? That sounds fun. Alright, this time we're not messing around, we're just gonna make it through. There we go. Much as I want to destroy the gamers, more important that I do whatever it is I do in this game. Donate 15... Oh, I have 15 grand. Yeah. Very nice. I just got a very good idea. The game's gonna pause. I need to jot something down in a notepad. Okay, we're back. I figured out I had a rendering bug in my game engine yesterday, and the day before, and for like weeks now, and I finally figured out what it was. Makes me glad. Okay, so I just took a big loot to open that door. Development's going fine, thank you for asking. It's something that I tend to not talk about very much with people. Because first of all, I always feel weird just talking about myself too much. You know, I kind of feel like I'm being self-centered or something. But also because I've spent a lot of time telling various people about, I'm working on this thing, look at this feature, or whatever it might be. But that's very different from actually having a product, you know what I mean? And not even necessarily a product in the sense of, like, you know, not a finished game or a big chunk of playable content, but even like, you know, here's a render of like a stage that I built. That kind of thing. And the reason why I haven't really had that yet is a number of things. It's partially just due to motivation and prioritization on my part. But it's also largely just due to the fact that I'm a programmer, like by profession and by training, and my artistic and modeling skills have improved a lot over time, but are still comparatively way worse than my, like, coding ability. So, you know, I could have all the best ideas in the world. That doesn't mean a whole lot unless I can execute on them. And so, that's where I'm coming from, where, like, I used to think, like, for a long time, I've had a kind of problem where I assume that people are unhappy with me, which is a very common thing, right? People kind of perceive negativity from others that doesn't really exist. That's very, very common. But for game development, it was specifically like, oh, here's Graham prattling on about some idea again. You know, why don't you show us something or stop talking about it? Though, like I said, it's a very common feeling, but it's one that I actually don't feel anymore, which I'm pretty proud of. I've kind of taken steps over time to try to combat that instinct. So I no longer... For a while, I wasn't telling people about what I was doing because I didn't want to feel that shame. You know, if I tell them about these big plans and then it doesn't happen, then I'm a failure. That's not what I feel anymore. It's just that I would rather, again, show them something more substantial. There's also the aspect that there's this interesting psychological phenomenon where if you tell someone about something you're working on or like something that you plan to do, it can kind of trigger some of the same satisfaction as if you had actually done the work already. So for some people, I could imagine it could be useful to tell people, hey, I'm going to make this game because now you've told people. Now, you know, if you feel like slacking off, well, you're not going to do that anymore because you'd be letting people down. But that hasn't been true for me. I found it to be the opposite. And telling people or not telling people doesn't really have any meaningful effect on the work I do one way or the other. But what I should say, it doesn't... I have found that it doesn't really have any effect on my motivation to work. But the problem there is that if I'm spending a bunch of time on some game idea or feature, and then I decide that I don't want that feature to exist anymore, or I want to move on to a different game for any number of reasons... Do I finally get the blue power, by the way? Basically, I just don't want to have to take the time to explain to people why I made certain decisions.
And so the man who would save creation learned to draw on creation
just easier.
itself. Now he could harness the force of light manifest in all things. With it, he could tread paths that were closed to him before. He became a swifter, surer hunter against creatures of the dark. But the road was still long, and the way hidden in shadow.
Whoa, that's how very ominous. Light energy, you have learned the way of the spirits of light. With its power, you can use items of light, shield against light energy, and wound enemies born of darkness. So I still can't swap from red to blue. I would imagine Half Coordinated would have some feelings on this game's usage of red and blue as the primary differentiators, but this game was made in 2011, so it's a little more forgivable. Look at me not giving a single shit about these. I eat these for breakfast. So anyway, development's going well. I'm just keeping at it. And as I said, I had a thorny rendering bug where just nothing was showing up correctly. And I finally figured out what the culprit was after like an entire day of debugging. Thank you. I expected the big spiders to be stronger, but they're about the same, it would appear. Yeah, it's really, really cool. I think rendering is just a fascinating... I think I need to go left. I think rendering is... It's one of my favorite aspects of game development, because it's just, like... There's an infinite number of things you could do as far as... Co-op challenge. Interesting. There's an infinite number of, like, techniques you could use to render a world. And so it's this really interesting combination of like you know, technical wizardry and also just artistic and design stuff, which I guess is true of a lot of aspects of game development, but rendering is up there, and Oberdin obviously does some very cool stuff with its shadows and just art style in general, but its shadows especially, I think. Get out of here. Oh, I see that mask over there. Okay, so I can't touch the red. I can touch the blue. Can't touch the red. I think the blue power-up may have just made me straight up more powerful, because I seem to be one-shotting the regular spiders. A lot of paths available to me right now. Yeah, see, I just one-shot it. I'm pretty sure I can't open that. Let's verify though. Yeah, I need the dark power. Teleportation. Kind of forgot that I had a map. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh god, get up there! I really needed that to give me health. What do you do? Crystal of Life. These green crystals restore your life after a while. Striking down enemies can give you life as well. I destroy this? No. You cannot pass this without a guardian key. Jungle above the canopy. I don't know that I've ever played Mega Man either. I probably have. Oh god. Oh god. How do I... I think I played maybe one of the, like, the 3D Mega Mans on GameCube. Or those ones kind of like Star Fox Adventures or whatever it is. Which I recall thinking was a really cool game, but I was also pretty young at the time. The GameCube is always this like mysterious entity to me because like me and my brothers never had one growing up. But my friend who lived down the street had one. And so there was like a week or two at one point where we had swapped consoles because he didn't have a PS2. I'm like, oh my god, I can just play Animal Crossing? This is amazing. So that would appear to just be for some money. Oh god. Or, yeah. 20 grand. I will say, this game actually plays better than I expected it to. Like I said, I've watched Vula play it a lot. But there's a big difference between watching a game and playing it, and it's not always clear how crisp the controls are from the movement alone. A lot of games seem to struggle with kind of basic fluidity of movement. I found the Guardian Key! Yeah, the butterflies are guides. And, the spiders are mean. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Yeah, because I remember the very first time I saw this game, I actually did not think it would appeal to me. My first impression was like, this is probably a totally competent platformer. But the thing is that there are many kind of competent platformers. And for me to really enjoy playing a game, it has to, I hesitate to say have something more, because as I've probably talked about a lot of times, I think that a lot of, not just developers, but a lot of developers and, I don't know, reviewers and stuff, they focus a little too much on what makes a game unique instead of just what makes it good, which both of those terms are very, open to interpretation. But it's kind of like you look at Ori and the Blind Forest, and apart from Bash, which is, very much a new mechanic, the game doesn't really have all that much that's brand new. I guess it has its save system, which is pretty unique, and it has Bash, which is pretty unique. Apart from that, there are other games with Dash, there are other games with jumps and double jumps, and stomps, and collectibles, and power cells, and whatever else. But Ori just combines all those things in a package that is really, really good. There we go. So with this game, there's clearly some unique mechanics as well, like the Ikaruga-style color shifting. And you could argue some other mechanics, like being able to break parts that you don't need for extra money. That's pretty cool. But so far, this has just kind of felt like movement just feels really, really good. It's crisp and responsive, and the other thing is there's not much wasted time. Like, so far, the vast majority of my playtime has been me just playing the game. There's only been very minor breaks like this. Yeah, let's see if I remember this from Ghoul's playthrough. How do I do this? Oh, that hurt me, actually. Well, like I said, it's just there are so many games that... What are these? Give me... Whoops, I wanted to hit that. Really, because... all I know about Knack is from Video Game Donkey. And I know that he memes about that game being good, but then he has an actual review where he says that, in his opinion, it's... He describes it as a platformer that de-emphasizes jumping. Which is, not a great thing. Yeah, okay, so I just stood on it for too long. Oh, goodness. Oh, no. Nice, well, that's fun. Okay, so I can get 4 cycles in. Probably more. Oh. This is a new attack. See ya. Now I probably get the dark power. Nope, ground stomp. With the strength of a hero, a downward strike can crush enemies or shatter weak floors. Desolate dive. Got it.
from the bones of the earth, the golem was the protector of the land. The gods themselves set him to stand guard on the Temple of Eternity. But his heart betrayed him. For love of the prisoners of time, he forswore his sacred duty. Now he crumbles into naught but rubble and dust.
Hey, Shafe. Welcome to John Outland's Merry Adventure. So this is the hub of the game. I can't teleport and I can't go over to the right, but I can go over to the left. That's right. Yeah. You know, he might be. I'm not fully clear on the John Outland lore yet. There are two sisters who created the world, and then there's me, and then there's some kind of ancestor 30,000 years ago that had some color powers, but I only have one of the color powers right now. I think I just went backwards, maybe. Let's see. I have a feeling I'm going backwards, but I'm not sure. No, so this is John Outland. John Outland's ancestor was named Jeff Outland. Actually, I don't know what his name was. Maybe I can't get up this. Okay, let's go back. Oh, I've totally already been here. Okay, let's go this way. Yeah, because I need to get down to that gate that opened. How are you today, Shafe? I am fine. I'm fine and roughly have been fine. My life is very much unchanged for the most part, which is not a bad thing, really. Especially given that, you know, everyone's lives have largely been, kind of had the pause button hit this last year. You know, I was already a homebody, but, like, what am I supposed to do the whole last year? I can't go anywhere. All I can do is sit inside. But I'm fine. We were discussing today in a Discord server. I think it was today. About like, no, it was a Twitch chat. Maybe yesterday. I don't remember. The days blurred together. Like, I wonder. At this rate, it's looking like, apart from the stupid motherfuckers who aren't going to get vaccinated, like voluntarily not get vaccinated, which, in my opinion, should not be allowed for something like this, unless there are, you know, like, legitimate health reasons why it wouldn't be possible, but I have to imagine that's a vanishingly small percentage of people. Anyway, let's fast forward a few months and assume that everyone in the United States has basically been vaccinated. Like, what does that look like? Because it's not like when that happens, again, with the caveat, some people are going to do whatever they want, but most people aren't just going to start going to hang out in mosh pits again. Like, I wonder how long it's going to take for people to kind of actually feel more or less safe. Or to what extent people will continue wearing masks in various kinds of situations. Or how much should they continue wearing masks? Wow, I'm getting absolutely wrecked here. Because, unsurprisingly, I would actually like to be able to hang out with people again. I would like to be able to, you know, chill with my friends in GDQ hotel rooms. Oh yeah, don't get me wrong, like, I'm sure you all know this, but, like, I feel it is implied, like, of course I will keep wearing... I don't even wear one mask, I wear 2 masks anymore. Of course I'll keep wearing that because I'm going to be low on the vaccine priority list, as I should be, because I'm... You know, I barely even see people. Definitely give it to other people first. But I'll certainly keep wearing a mask, especially when I go out. But I'm talking, like, you know, many months down the line, because it's sounding like we're gonna have enough... I like that this playthrough is just gonna be me talking about, like, COVID. Where do I go? I need to get through this gate, which I can't because I need the red power-up. Let's go off to the left and try to go up. Yeah, and I saw some article. I didn't read it, so I can't tell you what it said, but I know I've seen some discussion about, you know, if you are eligible for the vaccine, should you get it, even knowing that you're in a low-risk group. For example, I'm 29, so I'm a young guy with no, you know, pre-existing health conditions that I'm aware of. Which means that I really should be among the last of Americans to get the vaccine. However, if it becomes available to me, I'm not gonna not take it out of, like, the idea that someone else more deserving will get it. No, I'm going to get it when I can get it. Partly because, obviously, I would like to not die from this thing if I can help it. Which means that if I have the availability to get the vaccine, I'm going to take it. But also, it's kind of like, it's not my responsibility, at least the way I see it, to try to prioritize vaccine for the public. Yeah, not only is it the recommendation from experts, but, like, that's not my responsibility. It's my responsibility to take steps to stay safe, which... Ooh, new enemy type. Oh, God! It's my responsibility to wear a mask, socially distance, all that good stuff. Which I have been and will continue to do. And it's their job to manufacture vaccines and decide how they're distributed, which means that if someone tells me that I can get it, then I'll sign up for my appointment and I'll go get it. So my statement was more like, once pretty much everyone's vaccinated, you know, from that point, which it sounds like it'll happen kind of sooner rather than later. Like, I had been hopeful that, like, by midsummer, most people would be vaccinated. It's sounding like it's going to be, like, fucking May. I really hope it is. I would like to be able to do things again. I saw a tweet from Tones Ballones, a speedrunner that I don't know well, but I've known for a number of years, which made me laugh and also has a lot of truth to it, which is like, I don't remember the exact wording, but it was something like, hey, for any of you who want to basically this upcoming summer is going to be the horniest summer of all time. So if you're interested in participating in that, start getting in shape now. And that made me laugh. Yeah, that's a good point. The difference between... That's true, logistics are a thing, and as I said, for the time being, nothing changes anyway. I mean, even if I got vaccinated tomorrow, imagine that I get the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, or I only have to get one dose or something. In practice, nothing changes. I still stay home, I still wear masks, I still, wash my hands and don't ever touch my face when I'm out, all that good stuff. I've been trying to get in better shape. I mean, diet is more important than exercise when it comes to losing weight. Humans are annoyingly efficient at movements, unfortunately. So unless you're like a professional swimmer or marathon runner or something, like, you're not remotely going to get enough exercise to like burn off all the calories you eat. It's not to say you shouldn't exercise, but like if the goal is weight loss, it's much more important to curb your diet, which is something that I'm trying to do, and I'm doing a little better. Which I guess is one part changing your diet and one part just eating less. You can lose weight eating nothing but McDonald's if you, not to say I'd recommend that, but you could lose weight eating nothing but McDonald's if you just consume few enough calories. Canon, that's awesome, if I'm reading that correctly. Congratulations, weight loss is not easy. My character's like, whoa! It sounded like a banjo-esque, oh, goodness. Oh god, get down there. I believe in you. Keep it up. How much does this cost? I have enough. I'm definitely not going to have enough for the next one. These have been getting more and more expensive. You have hope, it's just a matter of balancing everything else. That's not to say it's easy by any stretch, but like, I don't know, like I've never been a just be disciplined forehead. I've never been like a health nut, like someone who really enjoys going to the gym and like gets a lot of value out of counting calories and stuff, and more power to people who enjoy doing that, and those people are in great shape. Like, that's awesome, but I've always found like counting calories to be a very stressful kind of exercise, both because it's just stressful. Like, I do need to eat, unfortunately. I wish I could just stop eating entirely and lose weight, but that's not an option because I need to stay alive. But also because there's a mental aspect to food that's going to vary by person to person. Comfort food exists for a reason, and much as comfort food can be a vice. Oh, whoa! All right, here we go. Time to take him out. Get up. You picked the wrong person to mess with. Let's go. Watch this. Alright, this combat's pretty fun, actually. That's fair canon. But no, my point is, like, I mean, you know how it is. You have a really shitty day, or conversely, like, maybe you have, something really, really amazing happen in your life. You land that dream job or something, and you want to say, you know what? I'm gonna go get a whole thing of Ben & Jerry's, and I'm just gonna chow that down, and it's gonna be delicious. And, like, sometimes that's a really, really good choice. If you're doing that every day, honestly, even if you're doing that every day, that can still be okay for a little while. Like, obviously, it's not something that I think anyone would recommend, but that's what I mean, where, like, if you're the sort of person who kind of doesn't get a lot of value out of that, then it might be easier for you to lose weight. But, I don't know, you take something like soda, you know, a lot of these kind of like foods and drinks that can add a lot of calories to your diet. Like, I really like soda. I drink too much of it, which is a problem. But for me, the solution there isn't to go cold turkey, it's just to, you know, change my eating habits a little bit. Or at least try to. I'll get there. Oh god. Okay, so that's just constant. Oh, no, it's not. I must get the red power up pretty soon. I say with zero knowledge about when I might get it. I wonder if I can get that one from here. Okay, so there's some fast projectiles. So we duck. Anyway. Hey, I'm kind of worried about GDQ this summer. I say that without any knowledge, but I feel like I would have expected to hear something about submission dates by now. No, I'm not GDQ staff or GDQ partner or anything, so I have no... You know, I'm just speculating here, but I'm a little... It's something I've been thinking about, and part of why I wanted to play this now is I thought it might be fun to submit, and I know Religion already ran this at GDQ, but I don't know. I think it could be a fun speedrun to try to submit again. We'll see. Alright, this has to be the dark power-up. It is! Dark Spirit.
There's balance in all things. Light and darkness helped make the world, and their touch is present in everything. One cannot use only the light without denying half of all that is. And so the hero learned to accept the power of darkness, which was not evil, for there is evil in the brightness of the noonday sun, and
deep.
to use it as a shield against Moon's own creations.
You have learned the way of the Spirit of Darkness. With its power, you can use items of darkness, shield against dark energy, and wound enemies born of light. Can I get my health back? Is that part of this Dark Spirit? Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I do want to speedrun. I kind of always have like a latent desire to speedrun, but it's different to, you know, sit down and actually put in the time. I'm certainly not willing to like grind out runs with the same frequency I used to back in, you know, 2015, 2016 or whatever. Because there's a lot of other stuff I'm trying to do. But, as I'm sure many of us have experienced, sometimes you feel like a very strong desire to speedrun, but frequently, I don't know, I guess what I'm thinking is that my desire to speedrun has kind of waned over time, and I keep waiting for it to, like, come rearing back, and it kind of hasn't. So I don't think that there's going to be some day where I wake up and I just, you know, magically want to speedrun, and it's as kind of special as it was back then. So I think I just kind of have to decide whether I want to make time for it, and make the time. Hey, what's up, Scott? I am about an hour into this game, a little more. This game is called Outland. It's a 2D platformer. It came out in 2011. And it's Yeah, one boss down. If there's a gimmick, I don't mean gimmick in the negative sense, but this game's gimmick is that there's blue and red, which are like light and dark colors, and I can swap my character back and forth. So I can activate certain platforms or interact with certain objects if I'm blue versus red, but also, I think I just need to go back now. But also there are projectiles which will damage you if you're the wrong color, whereas if you're the same color, you can just absorb them. Like this enemy, I can only damage if I'm blue, but you can also see that its red projectiles didn't hurt me while I was in red form. Okay, so let's go down. Yeah, but how are you, Scott? Toggle Fritz is my brother, actually. Legend, I don't know if you knew that. You probably didn't, because I'm not sure why you would. I am just perilously low on health, by the way. I really kind of want some of it back. Yeah, not much of a stretch, given that I used a name that is not the screen name. That's true. Are you implying that I would die in this game, Shafe? How dare you? I am the vessel of the dark and light spirits. I'm never gonna die. Use a bomb and the... Oh. See, this is how you know it's a 2011 Xbox Live game. Because there's 2D physics. That was the most stupid generalizing statement I've ever made. As if no other game has 2D physics except for 2011 Xbox Live games. Oh, that was too far. Oh god, run. Okay, I'm trying to... No, but like it was, I feel like it was around this time that 2D physics engines were starting to become like really ubiquitous. Oh, I need another one. Wait, why don't I just slide it? Why don't I use the other attack that I have? Do this. Anyway, yeah, 2D physics engines were like becoming really ubiquitous back then, and so it was, I think, pretty common to mess with 2D physics. I mean, in the same vein as Braid and Limbo in a lot of games. Now again, nowadays, games use Havok. Havok physics engine. Although I found a really, really good physics engine that I use called the Beppu physics engine, like B-E-P-U. I thought that one was dead. And I found it to be excellent so far. How far back did that put me? Probably not that far. Ah! Come up, you bug. Oh, whoa, 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 chill. Chill, spider. This is requiring some non-trivial thought on how to, like, on which dimension I have to be in. Hey Fool, is there an auto splitter for this game, by the way? I'm asking for a friend of mine. Well, I actually, you know how I made the auto splitter for Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy like 2 years ago? I've recently been chatting with some of the NST mods because of some reasons. There's a discrepancy between the load time, like the specific amount of load time removed by the memory-based auto splitter versus the image-based load remover that was used by consoles. That's not really relevant here, but it's kind of got me thinking about auto splitters again. And for a while, I've had an idea to kind of make a more general purpose auto splitting tool for live split. Because, as you pointed out, making an auto splitter is a huge pain in the ass, and some of the pain in the assness is unavoidable. But I think a lot of it could be made more tolerable. I don't know if I want to, justify putting a ton of time into that right now, but speedrunning. I mean, I don't need to tell any of you in chat that speedrunning is, in my opinion, way more enjoyable with an auto splitter if you're running on PC, or even if you're running on console, you can do image-based stuff. Oops. My thought process is like, making an auto splitter is primarily 3 parts. Part number 1 is that you have to gather memory addresses for the information that you need. Part number 2 is that you have to write the actual auto splitter logic. So, for example, maybe you can read the number of gems, but you still have to write the logic that says when gems goes from 3 to 4, you split, or whatever it might be. And then the third part is UI configuration within LiveSplit. So the first part, which is gathering memory addresses, I don't think you can really short-circuit that process. You just have to find what you need. And that's it. What am I missing? Am I being dumb? Oh, duh, right here. The second part for writing the logic, you might be able to make it go a little faster. I'm not sure. I'd have to think about it some more. But the third part, the UI configuration, I think you could entirely automate. Maybe isn't quite the right word, but rather than having to actually open up Visual Studio and create a project and open up the Windows Forms editor and the toolbox and all that shit, you could, I think, just use a text file to specify, like, here are all the stages in a drop-down, and here's a coin count with a numeric text box, and kind of specify it in that way. And that would save an enormous amount of time in making an auto splitter. Oops. And I am getting absolutely wrecked here. No health, then. What's up, Sporty? How are you? How are things? Yeah, it's well, I mean, laziness is one word for it. Another word would just be, I don't know, prioritizing your own time. Like, I don't think it's necessarily lazy to say, I don't want to do this because I'd rather spend my time in these ways. Even if spending your time in that ways is like, you know, I want to relax after work and watch TV rather than, you know, meticulously filter down addresses in cheat engine. I guess that could be conceived as lazy. I would just call it. Why would you do a bunch of work on something if you don't have to? You know, unless that work gives you value. Whoops. Sporty, you're not only gonna survive, you're gonna do great. Yeah, I mean, the active splitting is fine. I always just worry about accuracy, and for some games it doesn't matter. You know, like, if you could just magically have an auto-splitter, I think most people would, you know, gladly take one. But think of something like Galaxy, where, like, most splits are right when you... Oh, no, I'm thinking of Sunshine. Sunshine and Galaxy play a little jingle every time you get a star, which means that the exact time you split is based on a, you know, very, very clear musical cue, which means that your split times won't be accurate, like, to the frame, but they'll be pretty damn accurate. Or like in Crash NST, the game is timed using in-game time, which pauses during every load screen, and even on my very, very fast computer, it still takes like 2 or 3 seconds to load the stages. Which means that all you need to do is press the split button at any time during the load screen when the timer's already paused, and you'll split without any accuracy loss. So there are times when an auto-splitter, while nice, honestly doesn't add that much. Oh wait, this one has a shield. Wait, I know just what to do. But obviously, if you can have an auto-splitter, it's great. It can also be hard because, like, I made the Dark Souls auto-splitter a while back. And, I don't know why I thought I wouldn't take damage from that. And the Dark Souls auto-splitter is not consistent for everyone who uses it, to the point that my understanding is that it's actually not very widely used at all. Which is fine, but it would be nice if it was consistent. But to make it consistent would require... I already spent about 200 hours on that thing back at the beginning of 2019. I don't think I want to spend much more time on it. And by much more, I mean any more. Alright, red shield. Let's go red shield. The gamer just got... Wait, is that, like, invincible or something? No, I just need to knock it off. Oh, okay, okay. I was about to be, I was about to take a lot of damage. Ooh, what's this? Smite? Strike with the strength of a hero by pressing Y. Use this to destroy weak walls or strike your foes. Consumes, yellow swirlies. What does Luddite mean? From context, I can imply what it... or infer what it means, but... The asterisk being, if you need to split at the same time as doing something important, then it can definitely interfere with your gameplay. Right. Well, that's where you just get a foot pedal, right? That's the speedrunner thing to do. Hey, I'm gonna get water. I'll be back in, like, 30 seconds. Hi, it's me, I'm back. Yeah, auto splitters don't have any effect on gameplay because it never writes any value. You don't inject code or anything like that. I'm sure you could conceive of a game where, you know, if you were really, really good at using cheat engine, you could probably, like, inject code to write a value that you could use. I don't know. I could conceive of a situation where maybe you could do that, but I'm not aware of any memory-based auto splitter that does that. For the very obvious reason that at that point you're modifying the game DLL, and that is questionable as hell. Not questionable because people would cheat even, but questionable because unless you develop the game yourself and have intimate knowledge of the code base, it's hard to be certain that the change you're making won't affect some other part of the game unintentionally. And it probably won't, but I mean, programming is not always a very clean kind of practice. Sometimes it can get kind of messy. These yellow crystals restore your energy after a while. Striking down enemies can give you energy as well. Use it to channel the ancient hero. Let me try a special attack. Okay, so that was a special attack. Well, it's a sort of thing where, like, you know, you would not expect... Like, take something like frame rate dependent tricks. If you were a speedrunner without, you know, a lot of experience, you might say, oh, nice, it does actually hit that. You might say, I'm going to use the tool to cap my frame rate at 60. And then later you realize that the physics of the game change a little bit based on frame rate. That might be a bad example because physics-based frame rate stuff is actually, I think, kind of a well-known thing at this point, but systems can often be connected in ways that you really probably wouldn't expect. Nice, okay. Where the heck am I? Okay, so I've already been here, but now there's a door that's open over to my left, I believe. Oh my god, it's a Hydra. Are you not dead yet? Eat my smite. I applied for a C programming job today. I doubt I'll hear back, but I mean, what the hell. Not C++, by the way, C. Well, I tried to hit it. I keep getting, like, health back, and then I just lose it immediately. Okay, so I need... Oh, okay, this is kind of complicated. But let's wait until the blue passes. There we go. Oh, that's a long reach. Okay. I missed! I missed and I'm back down to 1 health. Oh ho 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 ho. But I need to get further down on this. There we go. Whoa! I pressed Y, but I don't have smite ready. Juked me. It went down lower than I expected. Nice, Sporty! That's awesome. Congratulations. I assume your surgery final was open heart surgery on a real person? Right, this time we're going to be smarter. Ready? There we go. Ow! Bitch. That's pretty fun. The little juggle mechanic. Yeah. Oh, God. Wait, swap? No! That's a lot of fun. Ow. Maybe that's how I'll get through this game, just tank everything. Well, I think that's awesome, Sporty. Would you say that your school overall now is better? Because I know you're, I mean, apart from some of your other complaints, but I know that, you've had 1 or 2 rough professors. You cannot pass this way without a guardian key. Okay. And now I'm trying to think about the best and worst professors I've ever had. Ugh, well that sucks. I think I know the worst professor I ever had. It was a required computer science course I took. Right. Oh, I need to smash these. What does this do? Open up something or other? Did that just open up the door, like, way on the other side of the world? Is that what that was? Probably. That's probably what it was. Worst professor I had wanted us to submit questions we had about the reading we did. Okay. Oh, God. but we had to title the emails a certain way, and if it was off by even a single character spacing, he'd fail us for all assignments for the week. Yep, deboost strats, I did that intentionally. Have you... Yeah, that's what I was going to say, is... I hear about these horror stories from multiple people, and I have some horror stories of my own where it's like... At some point you just have to go to the dean and say, hey, this is not, like, what I agreed to, right? I mean, if you're a student, you're not... you're not a slave to the whims of your professor. It's meant to be... You know, the professor lays out a curriculum and a grading scheme and all that stuff, and then you do the associated work. They don't just get to spitefully say, you messed up one character in an email, so I'm failing all assignments for the whole week, even ones that aren't related to that email. And I say they don't get to. The reality is they can do whatever they want because you don't have enough power to, you know, fight them on it. But I guess in my I would certainly try to go to the dean and complain about that kind of stuff. I did go to the dean of the computer science department for this one professor I mentioned. It was someone who, we did not have a syllabus until halfway through the semester, which also means that even though there were, you know, exams in this class, we had no idea when they were, to the point where, like, we got our syllabus and it's like, hey, there's an exam in a week. Which wasn't just a problem for, you know, preparation and studying. It was like, okay, half the class can't make it because they have previous plans. And you can't just say, drop your previous plans and make them there because many people's plans couldn't change. And even if they could change, even if someone was lying about having plans, like, you can't just spring, hey, by the way, we have an exam in a week. That's not how it works. It's like, these things are scheduled in advance. If you expect me to make this a priority, you know, drop everything else on my calendar for this exam, you need to tell me when it's going to be. But that wasn't what got me. In this class, I actually remember the grading scheme specifically. There were, you know, the grading scheme for every class is different, and what a point means in different contexts can vary wildly as well. In this class, there were a total of 400 points throughout the entire semester. And if you got at least 200, you just got an A, straight up. Period. That was the rule. And of course, we all saw this and thought, this is great, right? Basically, you just need to do, you know, not 50% of the work, because you're not going to get 100% on every assignment, but, like, this should be very easy. Well, it turns out that, with only about a month left in the class, we had only had, like, maybe 200 points or, like, 180 points or something assigned in total. And like I said, you're not going to get 100% on every single assignment. Which means that literally we hadn't been assigned enough work to hit that A threshold, even if you aced every single part of every assignment. Fair to say that this professor had some problems planning their work. But it was actually worse than that too, because the assignments themselves were also often very ambiguous and lacked a lot of directions. And I mean, you all know how it works. If you're doing an assignment, especially for something very technical like programming, I guess for any of you who aren't programmers, frequently the way that assignments will be judged is that you will submit a program in, you know, written in Java or whatever it is you're working in, and then the professor or more realistically a TA or someone will run a series of automated tests against your program with inputs and expected outputs. All right, so if your program is supposed to take a string and reverse it, then they will just have a bunch of strings and see whether the output of your program matches what they expect. That's an automated way to grade your program, and that makes sense. But for that to work, the expectations and requirements of your program have to be very explicitly laid out, just like it would be at a real job. Yes. Your total energy has been upgraded. So, as will probably be a surprise to none of you, the instructions on many of these assignments were really, really shit. I remember there was one having to do with, like, it was an algorithms class, so there was something having to do with, I don't know, like, clustering, like, objects together. I don't remember exactly. And so we did what the assignment asked, and we got, like, 40% on it. And we're like, what the fuck? Like, well, you didn't do this, this, or this. I'm like, yeah, because the assignment didn't ask us to. Like, if you expected us to do that, then you have to tell us. And the TAs weren't, like, pleasant either. It's not like they were trying their best and they just didn't communicate well. Like, no, they were dicks about it. They're like, oh, it's implied. I'm like, fuck off, implied. What is this, like a relationship talk? No, I'm doing an assignment for you. You don't get to imply what my program is supposed to do. You just... I was angry. I went to the dean. I was furious about it. I tried to get other students to come with me, but a lot of people are kind of conflict averse, which is understandable, but I ended up going myself. Yeah, I know we've discussed this. Well, obviously the problem is that if you don't, stand up for yourself, then you're gonna get abused to varying degrees. Now, the good news about this class, which was simultaneously the bad news, is that this professor also lectured at, like, a snail's pace. So, at that time, I was working 20 hours a week at a programming place on campus. It was actually a really fun job with a bunch of other, like, CS students. Okay, I need this to go faster. Let's try it twice. Oh, I need to wait for it to land, okay. Oh, okay, maybe I can't break this one. I can probably break that one. Anyway, since this was a required class and everyone at that job was like most people were, I think, juniors or maybe seniors in the program, I'm just gonna leave it. We would actually alternate who went, so it'd be like, all right, all go to every third lecture and take notes and just tell everyone else about it. Which was easy because in an hour and 15-minute lecture, you probably covered 20 minutes of material. It's like, yep, this is a skip list. This is how a red-black tree works. Side note, who the fuck has ever used a red-black tree? Has anyone in the history of programming ever used a red-black tree in practice? I think they exist purely to test CS students. I have never seen nor even read about red-black trees being used in the wild. Probably they're used somewhere, though. No, and I don't really think anything ended up happening as a result of my complaining to the dean, unfortunately. But also, at that point, it was my, I think I was a senior at that point, so, like, it's one of those shitty situations where it's just unfortunately not worth the trouble to keep fighting it. And, like, I did end up, getting an A, even though I had to, like, fight the TAs to say, hey, maybe apply a consistent grading scheme. Like, you need to let me turn in this program again because your requirements weren't clear. You don't get to change the rules and then judge me on something I submitted based on a different rule set. So that was the worst professor I ever had, definitely. God, I hated that class. And like I said, it wasn't just that... Oh, God. It wasn't just, that their communication was poor. They were also just unpleasant. I remember one time in this class, we had taken a test or a quiz or something. And the professor was handing them back at the end of class. But that... the way you might expect that to work would reasonably be like, okay, we have an hour and 15-minute lecture, let's take the last 10 minutes and pass back tests. That's not how she worked. She not only took the entire time, she went like 5 minutes over. And again, it covered so little material that she wasn't even using that time for anything useful. She being the professor, was just wasting time. And then she sits there and wants us to pass back our tests. A lot of us said, hey, we have places to be, right? I went to UW-Madison, that's a big campus. It can take you 15 minutes to walk across campus if you get unlucky with your class placement. I'm like, I can't just chill here and wait for you to pass my test back. I have places to be and I'm going to be late. And she insisted on handing them out one at a time, like the most inefficient way possible. Imagine she's just holding a stack of papers, and then one at a time yells out people's like last names, like, "All right, Johnson, you know, Avery. Here's all your tests coming back," and then people had to walk up and grab them. And myself and other people were like, "Can you just like spread them out on the table, and we'll just sift through quick and like, you know, grab ones that are ours?" And she kind of snips back in this really dismissive way, like, no, we can't, because, you know, it'll let you see other test scores. And we're like, we don't give a shit. Just give us our papers back, please. I don't give a shit. Even if I fail, just give me my paper. It was just the dumbest stuff, you know? Like, I'll sign a goddamn waiver freeing you of responsibility if someone sees my test score. Now I'm trying to think of the best professor that I ever had, because, like, that was the exception. Most professors I had were fine. You know, not all of them were amazing, of course, but most of them were fine. I remember, I think it was either sophomore year or the second half of my freshman year, when I was taking some calculus classes. Reached a challenge level teleport. I had a math professor. I think he didn't have a Scottish accent, but I can't remember what his accent was, but he had a really pleasant accent, in my opinion. Was also just a very, very good, you know, teacher in terms of explaining concepts clearly, had a good spoken pace and all that stuff. Was you know, funny and charming, just a really, really nice guy. And it was really funny because, you know how, like, a lot of people in high school work through, like, accelerated programs and stuff? And, like, it's pretty common for seniors to, spend some of their time, It's pretty common for, like, seniors to sometimes, like, take a class on campus early. Well, there was a high school senior. I was just a freshman, so it's not like the age difference is really there, but there was a high school senior in our class taking this math class, which is fine. But this guy, I never interacted with him personally, so I'm sure he was nice, but he was really, really obnoxious in the context of, like a math class. Like, because he would ask questions all the time, but really what he was doing is saying, "Hey, professor, look at how much I already know." Like, those kinds of questions, like, really self-serving bullshit. Like, "Oh, hey, professor, isn't it true that this formula can also be used for this?" And he would do this so consistently, like, multiple times, every single lecture. In this lecture of probably 300 people. I don't even know the guy's name. And this professor, like, you know, wouldn't tell him to shut up or anything, like, awful like that. You know, he was a nice guy, but, you could tell the professor was getting a little annoyed sometimes. And then one day this kid wasn't in class for whatever reason, and the guy's lecturing as usual, and at one point he just stops mid-sentence and just kind of turns around and, like, looks around for a second. He's like, "Hey, he's not here today." And, like, God, the class just fucking lost it. It was so goddamn funny. Like, he was just really, really happy about it. Like, the tone of his voice when he said, like, oh, he's not here today. Yeah, it was really good. This professor, actually, people gave him, like, a standing ovation at the end of the final lecture. Very, very good professor. I had a really enjoyable time in that class. And it was a challenging class, too. That was, because I'm trying to think, I took calculus in high school. Like, you know, Calc 1. And so then I think it was Calc 2 and 3. And one of those calcs between 2 and 3, I don't remember which is which, was linear algebra. Linear algebra, I think, is fantastic, especially because it applies to game development a lot. What the hell am I doing, by the way? Where do I need to go? Left? Where do I need to go here? Maybe I should follow the fireflies. Anyway, so I'm pretty sure that this professor taught, like, one of the more challenging classes. It wasn't discrete math, but it was, like, kind of abstract stuff in terms of, like, how you compute Taylor series for, like, you know, computing sine and cosine and stuff. Like, it was not easy. But this professor really did a good job with it. So that was fun. My trumpet professor was really good as well. Although that relationship was pretty different, because, you know, I worked with him for 4.5 years. And we had, like, you know, like, personalized, you know, solo lessons with him once a week. It's a very different dynamic than a usual big lecture, but that was cool. Oh, Sporty, I just saw your comments about the self-serving person in your class. Here's a question. Sporty, I know you're still in school, but like Vooligan or whoever, do you think you... Oh, I can't do that. I can do that, though. Do you miss college? And Vooligan, I know... I know your history there, but... I think it's an interesting question, because, I don't know, there's aspects of college that I miss. I certainly don't miss it overall. But there are certainly aspects I miss. But I guess that's probably true for, like, a lot of people in high school and stuff, too. As for whether the good parts outweigh the bad parts is going to be very different depending on the person. But there are aspects of it. Like I remember, you know, even though I don't... obviously, I don't miss homework and stuff. I think it was kind of fun to, like, go to the library and do work. You know, it was nice to always have people around. Even if I wasn't, like, interacting with them or anything. Like, I wasn't a social butterfly or some shit. I'm just saying it was nice to, you know, be in a space where I knew that there are a lot of roughly like-minded people around me. That felt pretty good. Oh, yeah, Shafe? You could, maybe you could go be a professor of something or other. I don't know how one becomes a professor. Where the hell am I going? Okay, looks like I need to go down there. Let's see, should we talk about more college stories? I don't know where I was going to go with that. Is this the top of where I was at before, that I couldn't break the thing? Yeah. Yeah, and even saying that, like, I don't want to diminish other people's experiences, because so many people, I feel like I know my mom has talked about how, like, college were the best years of her life and she had so much fun, and I'm sure she's being genuine when she says that, you know, but, like, Pixel, what are you doing? It's like my cat's sitting on they're trying to sit in my lap, I think. Obviously, people can have some very, very terrible experiences in college, too. It's also the sort of thing where, like, I think back to high school, and, I can think of a lot of very, you know, positive experiences, which is kind of the same appeal for me sometimes, where it's like, it felt... good timing there. It felt good to kind of have that structure, to have people around all the time. But it's like, I certainly don't miss doing homework, and I don't miss not having my own, you know, place. And I don't miss not ever having any money or autonomy. Maybe not autonomy, but I didn't, you know, have any of my own money, of course. Not much of it. Oh, this boss. Oh god. Get her! Oh, no, the rocks. What does that do? Oh! Run! I keep expecting the rocks to fall in the other direction, like she points up and I expect the rocks to... Oh. Oh no, it's this fight! It's that one that Vula did in the speedrun, and it's hard. Oh god, get up there. Get up there. You tricky minx. Wow, she is just... Oh, I get it. Okay, I'm being dumb. I thought it, like, always grabbed the bottommost ones, but no, it's gonna grab the ones that I'm on. So I need to wait here for a minute. Well. There we go. No, stop cheating. Gonna be honest. Oh shit. Okay, run. Switch sides, switch sides, switch sides. Come on. Wow, and now you're gonna teleport on me, rude. Rude to... No, I didn't want you to grab that one. No, 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 get out of there, get out of there. Oh. Oh, I didn't want to wall jump! I wanted to grab. No, I can still do this. Let's go. Well, not if she teleports every 5 seconds. Grab. What is this now? What are you doing? That's... Oh! Let's just try that again. Oh, thank God. Okay, it checkpoints me. That's pretty nice. Grab the thing. Maybe it doesn't start grabbing it until later. Okay, let's see if I can figure this out. Oh, I see, I see. Grab this platform, please. Good. Man, this fight is quite something. I bonked. No! I bonked again. Alright. Now I know all the boss's tricks. Man, she just doesn't let you get more than like a volley on her. I say her, I don't actually know that if this boss is a girl, but kind of seems like, I don't know, there's two sisters in the world. But I don't think these are the sisters though, because I think they come later. Son of, oh my god, I just took so much damage. The platforms are moving too fast. Come here, you scallywag. Come here and face your judgment. I can't believe she only... I mean, maybe there's a way to get more damage, but so far she seems to be disappearing after, like, each volley. My jump! It went away. Oh, come on, you're so close. Yeah! The priestess, okay. Okay, that fight actually wasn't that bad. I just needed to not be bad. Hey, thanks, Lucy.
Once the High Priestess led the gods in their holy rites. She knew the secrets of the heavens and the earth, blessing their creation, and she studied the cycle of ages. Alas, she learned too much, and sought to join in the unmaking of all things. Who will sing the sacred songs now that the High Priestess is gone?
Well, John Outland will, obviously. The designers zigged when they should have zagged. Yep, best description I can think of. You now have the ability to pass between the worlds, as do gods themselves. Use blank to access the world map and walk the path of the gods. Cool. Okay, so we're 2 bosses down. Looks like 2, maybe 3 more to go. Alright, 1 sec. Here you may pass between worlds. I don't need to pass between worlds. Oh, this is pretty with the flowers. City. City escape. Running around at the speed of sound. I'm starting to get the hang of this game though. Right as I get hit. Whoops. Oh. Get dive bombed. Oh, I have to kill them with their bombs, I think. Whoops. I'm so glad they let you hit those in midair. Nice, Lucy! That's awesome. I'm sure you really enjoyed the meat part. I remember your reactions to that when I was speedrunning it. Yeah, it's a nice game. And I don't know about you, but the thing that really jumped out to me the first time I played it was like I expected it to, you know, more or less be like a walking simulator. Like, oh, it's so atmospheric, but you basically hold right. But like, no, there's actual platforming and like sprinting and stuff. It's not that complex, but more than I expected. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Oh yeah, I mean there's a lot of there's a lot of creepy shit in that game. I wish there were more answers, but I also understand that that's a sort of game that might just do better kind of leaving things mysterious and unanswered. I know, I can just imagine you just like hitting the sections. That character's called the janitor, by the way. I can just see you hitting those sections and just being like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Hide under the bed. Don't move a muscle. You think you're gonna play the second one? Ow. Nice. I mean, I'm just getting bullied by these enemies, though. That was dumb. Whenever you do finish the second one, I have my playthrough of it highlighted if you are curious to watch that. Okay, blue. That kind of reminds me, I might get... There's that game Blue Fire that came out that I ended up refunding after it crashed 4 times in 90 minutes, but I think the crashes have been patched now. So that might be worth another shot. Blue Fire, you mean? You can now unleash potent energies. Press a B and the power will flow. Interesting. Okay. Oh my god. Eat this. Wow, that's super cool. Yeah, I like I said, I played a little bit of it. And I had some good impressions and some bad impressions, but I'll let you form your own conclusions if you decide to play it. I feel like it's the sort of game that may end up being a more enjoyable speedrun than a casual game, but that's just speculation. I can't believe I can just shoot a laser beam now. Whoops. Oh, I want those. Yeah, Lucy, I decided that I miss speedrunning. I mean, I've only made that decision like 50 times. Oh, you're big. What do you do? Oh, look at this professional just block my beam attack without even a care at all. Oh, I get it. Okay, so I can jump over you. Whoops. Oh, God. You are very strong. Ah! This seems, like it could be a very enjoyable speed game. And I know that because I've watched it, but... It'd also be nice because this game, like, isn't that long. Like, I like the idea of getting back into Dark Souls all achievements, but god, that run is just so fucking long. Okay, let me just get up here without dying. Okay, this time I'm gonna kill the big guy. Maybe I'll use my beam attack and actually not blast it into the shield this time. There we go. Nailed it. Nice. Are you still going through and cleaning up your notes, Sporty? Adding nice reference images and stuff? Ow. Okay, what color is this going to be? Is it going to be blue? Nice. Good luck with Valorant. God, I haven't played Valorant in ages. I'm glad you're still playing though. I end up poking into that server every now and then. The temp Valorant server. I guess it's not called that anymore. It's about as temporary as the Temp Among Us server. You're always great. You take that back. Everyone knows that when you're playing competitive games, every time that you get a kill, it's very skillful. And every time an enemy gets his kill, it's fucking bullshit. It's just the way it works. Ow. Ow. For example, in Heroes of the Storm, every single other enemy hero is an unbalanced piece of trash, but the heroes I play are very, very difficult and nuanced. Okay, I can stay here. Stay here again. Oh, you're a two-shot. Okay. So you never beat Celeste then? Still gotta climb that mountain. Hey, watch this. That's interesting, Lucy. I would have expected that game to be of interest to you, given Ori. Is there a reason you haven't played it, or just kind of haven't gotten to it? Not that I have any particular affinity for Celeste. I like it, but I don't know, I have some negative feelings about Celeste, and I'm not sure whether they're fair, but I still have them. That's fair. Just gives you... Well, I guess I know you've still been doing some runs, but those games aren't going anywhere. If anything, you could view it like a, I don't know, a cool opportunity. A lot of people have already exhausted their first playthroughs, and you still get to experience them. I've been spending a lot of time, like, all last year, really, and continuing to now, like, I tend to pull up videos when I'm doing work. Like, videos or music, and recently I've been spending a lot of time, like, watching first playthroughs of games. It's like, over the last year, like, you've unlocked another cool piece of Outland concept art. Nice. Like, over the last year, you had, like, Fant playing through the Dark Souls games, Hobbs playing some of the Souls games for the first time. I think Spike maybe did in the last year, maybe 2 years. I've been watching some stuff by, like, Author Blues and Patty. I know Vula started Bloodborne as well. How in the hell do I do this? Well, maybe I need to be the right color. Okay, so I need to dodge these. Run, 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 run. Okay, if I just tank... Oh, God. Oh, there we go. Get me out of here. That's a checkpoint. Okay, at least one of these must have health, right? So I don't have the launch skill. Oh, that's the wrong color. Oh, I get it. Okay, I see what it wants me to do. Hey, nothing wrong with being a What did that... There's nothing wrong with being a filthy casual. I only have 1 health. I need to not die here. Excuse me. Wait, one more. Nope, just one more. Depends, what do you want to snack? Yes, I would love to play Terraria. Do you know why I'm getting hit? Is because of object permanence, which is something most people master as like a 3-year-old, and apparently I struggle with it. I'm like, oh, there's a platform overhead. I definitely can't take damage, even though all the existing particles are still in front of me. No! Thank you. You know, I'm gonna get more water and go to the bathroom quick. So you can just enjoy the nice vista here. BRB. Okay, back. I've never understood why so many people mention Blackroot Burrows. That's some quality humor. You just don't get that kind of humor every day. You are funny, Lucy, though. just so that it's said. You are a funny person. Can I... Okay, so this one I do actually have to use the block to get past. Oh, and I need to be on the right color. Alright, get you out of here. I'd imagine you could probably just damage boost a lot of this. Good. Well, that went way more smoothly. But yeah, Swarty, Terraria sounds like a lot of fun. That game just has a ridiculous amount of content in it. I think we beat, oops. Wow. Wow, wow! Yeah, well, I'm in the same boat, with being very familiar with speedruns because of Vula. It's a fun game, though. The controls are really, really crisp. Because that's the thing, is it's not always clear from watching a speedrun, like, how smooth the controls actually are. And in this game, it turns out they are smooth as a smoothie. Smooth as a smoothie. I don't like that this game is making me think. I don't play video games to think. I play video games to... I don't know why. Okay, let's just do one of those. Do one of these. Oh god, get the heck out of there. Alright, I can do this. Whoa! I've played Dark Souls. I know how to respond to attacks. What do you think? This is my first rodeo? Alright, here we go. Ow, shit. Ow, balls. Hey, watch this. Watch this move. God damn it. This is actually a recording. I'm not actually streaming this. Wow. Such filth. This used to be a nice chat room. Now you're all talking about balls. I thought that would knock this guy up into the air. Okay. Here's a question. I don't know, like, Lucy, I know you don't use Twitter, but, like, Vooligan, I know you do. I know there was, I've seen some talk about the term blind playthrough versus first playthrough. I haven't seen much about it, but I recall that it was mentioned. And I didn't even see the platform there. I'm curious, like... I feel like what I saw was that calling something a blind playthrough could be offensive. Like I said, I just barely saw it mentioned. To me, that feels a little silly because in my mind, there's a distinction between a blind playthrough and a first playthrough. Like, for me, this is a first playthrough because of how much I've seen of the game. So even though this is my first time playing, I'm going in with a fair bit of knowledge. As opposed to something like, Little Nightmares 2, where I went in, I guess I knew what I knew from the first game, but I hadn't seen even as much as a screenshot of the second game. So it seemed like blind was the more appropriate descriptor for that playthrough. Yeah. But I also don't want to be insensitive accidentally, so... Yeah, and I guess, like, as I said, it's something that I'm tired of getting hit. Die. It's something that I saw mentioned, and I didn't see much other discussion about. It kind of felt similar to me to the thing where, for new, like, Vooligen, you'll know this, but some of the rest of you might not. When you're dealing with, like, a code repository, you can have branches, where different branches are, like, different... sets of development. So imagine that you had Ori and the Blind Forest in its exact state. And, imagine you had Ori exactly in a state, and then you wanted to, like, build a new area. You might make a branch that has that new feature, and then later, once it's done, you will merge that back in. Basically, it's just different kinds of development. Anyway, the point is that, for, like, basically, as long as I've been programming, the default name for your main branch was actually called Master. It was called the Master branch, and that just meant, like, the primary branch. But GitHub has since changed the default. I mean, you can still name a branch whatever you want, but the default is now main. And that annoyed me. I don't really give a shit. The only reason that annoyed me is because I've spent many, many years thinking of it as the master branch, and to my understanding, the reason it was changed had to do with the term master having, like, slave connotations. I think that was the reason. So like I said, I don't really give a shit whether it's called main or master, whatever. But I think that was the reasoning. And, I don't know, at the risk of sounding insensitive, this felt... The blind versus first playthrough thing felt a little bit like that. It's always a dangerous thing to say, and I hesitate to, comment on shit that I might not be very well educated on, but it's like... To me, blind versus first playthrough is not the same. Because if you want to call something a main branch versus a master branch... Oh, maybe I should be the right color for this. Like, it doesn't matter. All it means is primary branch. And the only reason that it's called master is because that's the convention that people are familiar with. Whereas for me, like I said, blind versus first playthrough actually mean two different things. And maybe you could come up with another term than blind. To indicate that you don't know anything about it going in. But I just thought it was an interesting topic to discuss. If the term is actually offensive, you don't want to use it. Yeah, that's correct. You can always invent new terms or things that need distinctions. I agree with that. Maybe it's that... Yeah, that's kind of where I'm thinking of, is I'm not educated enough on the topic to be able to comment on whether it's ableist or not. But I'm also not sure offhand what I would use to distinguish between a first playthrough and a blind playthrough, or whatever else you may want to call it. Yeah, see, and that's the other thing, is, like, calling something gay to mean bad, like, that doesn't actually make any sense, except for just the fact that it kind of started to mean that. And also, like, it's very, very obvious how, like, associating gay with bad, like, that's very, very obvious why that's problematic. And that was my impression, too, is, whoops, wrong button. Because to me, a blind playthrough never had any negative connotations at all. But anyway, just a thought. Okay, so now I need to go... Oh, I need to go back through, okay. Alright, let's see how quickly I can do this. Let's speedrun this. Crap, wrong button. Okay, good start. I'm not doing very well. Oh, you're big. Oh, God. Jesus. Stop it. Oh, you're burrowing underground. Okay, come here. Okay, so I can't knock that one up into the air. Crap. Almost. Almost. Twitch's response in short was, it's been suggested to us. Yeah, I did notice that Twitch axed it. And that's what reminded me of it today, is that I was, you know, setting up the tags for the stream and noticed that it was first playthrough and not blind playthrough. I had noticed it before as well, but then I forgot about it again. This is really fun, by the way. Just this game. Okay, I'm gonna kill you this time. Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. I'm getting just annihilated. Is this the final boss right here? Oh my god. Alright, I'm just gonna go past these. I'm getting wrecked by this giant spider. You basically take your cues from blind gamers and streamers. Yeah, I mean, they would certainly be more equipped to comment on this than I am. Because that's something, and again, it's what I'm about to say, it's hard to say this without sounding like, you know, I don't know, without it sounding like I'm being really dismissive or something, but it's like, this, you know, this stance of calling something a blind playthrough is offensive. Like, is that actually coming from blind people who find it offensive, or is it coming from someone else kind of asserting that it is offensive to that group? And I'm not saying that is what's happening, I'm genuinely asking, you know, where this came from. Because if it's coming from blind people, then yeah, obviously we should listen to that. If it's coming from other people assuming that it's offensive, like, eh. That's weird. It means you turn your monitor off, and that's not what most people mean. That's not what I think of when I see blind playthrough. Anyway. Where was that door I opened? It looks like it was... maybe just down below me? Ow. Ow. Oh! Oh, interesting, okay. Careful, careful, careful. Okay, so that's red, so I'm safe here. And now it's blue. This is kind of neat. So these cubes will stay off until I turn them back on. That's pretty cool, actually. Oh, this is kind of complicated now. The response from blind people was, we never gave a shit, we knew what it meant. And absent that, you want to resist the impulse to dismiss it. Yeah, I totally agree with that, and I'll freely admit that I It's not so bad today, but I still feel a tingling of that urge to dismiss it like, oh, what the fuck? You know, you're reacting over nothing that's not offensive. And I've gotten a lot better at recognizing that impulse and not acting on it. But as I said, it's still fair to ask the question. At least to an extent. Certainly in this case, it's fair to ask the question. Yeah, definitely. How big is this? That's a big one. There we go. Oh, dude, Spike started playing Will of the Wisps, by the way. And I did not see Spike get to Mora yet. So I don't know if he has. He probably did. I need to find the key. Hey, Ogun, what's up? Oh, God, yeah. Wait. Very different degrees of how offensive the word is. Depends. Do you want to play it on Switch? It would give you a second opportunity to see Sigma's name in the credits, so that's pretty cool. I could definitely see this being hard on the eyes, yeah. Yeah, that'd be interesting. I'm trying to think if I actually know people who've played it on Switch, because obviously my and our, you know, mutual Ori speedrunning friends very likely played it on PC. Lucy, did you ever watch, there's a video, I think it was Digital Foundry on YouTube, that went into some detail on how the game was optimized to run on Switch, like some of the tricks they pulled. You know, stuff like downscaling the resolution for backgrounds and building like complicated internal tools to track where performance was suffering, all that stuff. It's a cool video. It's well done. I've been impressed by a number of those videos too. I'm trying to think if it's just Digital. It's Digital Foundry and Ars Technica. Like, I watched a video with a friend a while now, probably a few months. I think it's 720. I'd have to check to be sure. But I mean, the 60 FPS part is extremely impressive. Like, when you think about 30 versus 60 FPS, 60 FPS gives you only half the time to do everything that you have to do in a frame, which is kind of like, yeah, no shit, Sherlock. But when you think about it that way, like, if you were to say, we want to target our game at 60, but we're gonna, you know, maybe you develop for a while and realize that it isn't feasible, and you drop it to 30, you now have fucking double the time to do everything else that you wanted to do. Okay, I keep killing these things just by... like, spamming it with the beam. I want to actually kill it. Or I guess I could do this. That works too. Yeah, it's very, very impressive. Anyway, I watched an Ars Technica video on Crash Bandicoot and some of the tricks that Naughty Dog had to pull back then to to make that game work on that hardware. Apparently they had to, like, essentially hack the PlayStation to get access to, like, memory or processing power they didn't have before or something like that. Especially because Sony is a Japanese company, and apparently the documentation was really, really poor at the time, and communication was difficult due to the time zone differences and such. Ow. Hey, what's up, Colin? These things keep getting hyper armor, and I'm not sure why. Maybe they always have it, and I'm just being dumb. I can optionally break hearts for extra money, but it takes like 3 hits, so I never have to hit them. But oftentimes I'll just accidentally hit one in the process of... Oh god, I'm super dead, yep. Also, hiding numbers. I think you said something in chat before. I don't think I said hello to you. Nice, Lucy! You should play it. Did you ever play the original Crash Bandicoot? Oh. Look at that snake just dodge like a boss. Wow, wow. You know what, die. I'm getting annihilated. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, Insane Trilogy is, it has some jank on a technical level, like the camera can get kind of messed up, and some of the hitboxes are a little bit questionable. But mostly, I think it's a really, really well done remake. Crap. I keep getting juked by those sword enemies, even though they just dash to where I am. It really shouldn't be this complicated. I've actually been dealing with NST again recently because the auto splitter, or more accurately, the load removal can actually differ between the image-based version of the load remover and the memory-based version. And there's some discussion about how to address that. The problem is that the quick TLDR is that the image tool actually removes extra loading time compared to the memory tool due to some inaccuracies in the way that the images are detected. And not that that's a fault to the creator of that tool, it's just kind of inherent to the fact that image recognition is not going to be as accurate as reading memory directly. And it's also relevant because Crash 4 is going to be coming out for PC at some point. And I'm definitely going to work on making a memory tool for that. I'm just getting wrecked here. I need to get my head in the game. Checkpoint. Let's just try that again. Oh, I thought I could slide. In Guacamelee, you can kind of wall slide a little bit before you wall jump. Does not seem to be true here. Come here, you fool. Oh, he turned around. Okay, let me go up this way instead. Kind of looking like this is going to be optional. Oh, I guess that's just an alternate path. Cool. Hey, what's up, Ellie? Well, it used to be. It's actually available now, but it was unavailable for purchase for a long time. Yeah, how are you, though? How are things? Yeah, I should say it's been available again, but only very recently. Finally, here's the Switch. Not to be confused with the Nintendo console. Oh, my goodness, you're big. Hey, watch this. Crap. That did nothing. Alright, how do I beat you? Do I need to... How do I... Nope, that hurt. How do I... Oh, the bomb! I need the bomb! Okay, I need it to move this way a little more. I'm definitely gonna die. Maybe I should just take the health refill. Too bad I wasted my beam. Nice! Okay, that was cool. Actually, I thought that would just break the shield. I didn't expect it to be like a one-shot counter. Charged... Oh, no. Charged attack is the thing that lets you do the speedrun skip. And flashes the screen like a disco ball. What? Oh, I get it. Okay. City at the Flower Gardens. I don't see a lot of flowers yet. This is false advertising. I like that slide, it's pretty fun. Held it. And the verticality in this level puts the Ginso tree to shame. I'm missing so many optional paths here, by the way. Oh, I get it. Watch this. Nice! That is awesome, Allie. Have you ever made a schedule for a speedrun marathon before? That's plenty of time. Well, that sounds super cool. I'm sorry if you've told me before, but remind me what your event's all about. Yes! Alright, this is either charged attack or launch. Hold left trigger to charge your attack, release it to unleash a powerful strike. Oh god, this shit. Hey, you know what? That's awesome. That's awesome, and I hope this event does even better. There's some speedrun trick. Vula could tell you how it's done, involving wall jumps and charged attacks to get back to the wall and gain infinite height on the wall. Nice. Oh my god. Okay, I get it. I'm supposed to do this. I have to block them first. Unrelatedly, have any of you watched the show Psych? Oh my god. Oh my... Oh Jesus. I've never been killed so hard in all my life. Let's try that again. Alright, that really wasn't that hard. Oh, really? I've been rewatching. I think it's an amazing show. I've already watched it, like, I think twice, but it's been a long time. So I've been watching it again. I just think that show is so goddamn funny. Okay, we're back here again. And now I can do something else. I guess go over there? What's up here, first of all? Oh, just these. Oh, yeah, okay. Psych, it's the show where Sean Spencer is, hyper observant and ends up like calling in tips to the police department based on like, seeing someone fidget on TV and saying, oh yeah, he did it. And so the police bring him in. This is in the pilot episode. The police bring him in like, how are you getting all these tips? You must be a suspect. And so he pretends to be psychic. And then he starts a psychic detective agency called Psych with his best friend, Burton Guster. And I think it's very charming. Ow! Dick! Jellyfish. Zapping me. It's on Amazon Prime if you have Amazon Prime, or Prime Video, I should say. Yeah, it's all an act. He's not actually psychic in this universe. He just is like hyper observant. His father was, again, this is in the premise, the pilot, so it's not like a spoiler really. His father was a police officer and kind of essentially trained him to, it's like, all right, Sean, close your eyes. How many hats are in the room? It's he's hyper observant and has like incredibly good memory where he can basically he has like photographic memory. That's the premise of the show. Where its charm really comes from is in the main characters. Sean Spencer, played by James Roday. Gus, played by Dule Hill. You have Detective Lassiter, played by Timothy Osmondson, something like that. And then in the second episode, you get one of the other main characters. Let's see, you have Maggie Lawson, who plays Juliet O'Hara, detective. You have Corbin Burnson, who plays Sean's father, Henry Spencer. The thing about Sean as well is that he tends to really, really play it up. In terms of he'll see something happen and then pretend to have like a psychic episode. It sounds silly, but if you watch the show, I think it's pretty charming. I would highly recommend it. The relationship of Sean and Gus is also very amusing. How am I not dead? No, I want that checkpoint. And basically the show continues like that, where every episode is, there's some crime, some murder or something. And Sean ends up working with the police department. And, of course, Lassiter is very dismissive of Sean's abilities. I know you're still here. There we go. Oh, that's pretty cool. Alright, this looks interesting. What the heck is this now? I have 90,000. Absolutely, I want more health. Nice, and now the gate's open. I think I'm still going towards my third boss, by the way. Out of... I think there are 4 bosses, and then I go to the final boss. But I don't exactly remember. Huh. Oh! Okay, but I don't have a bomb this time to kill this thing. I do have a charged attack, though. Do I need to use my charged attack to break this? Hmm. Maybe the charged attack does nothing here. Let's see. I don't think I have bombs. Because he brings that thing up real fast. I don't, like, see an opportunity to jump on its head, really. Yeah, I thought I knocked him back there. Ow. But that didn't seem to do much. Maybe that's just the response to normal attacks, too. Oh, do I just need it to, like, walk here or something? Oh, I need to wall jump over its head. I assume? Maybe? Can I ice-list this? No, he's too smart for me. Eat this. I actually did hurt it. But I'm fairly certain that's not the intended way to beat it. What am I missing? Can I wall jump off you? Nope. Let's see, what am I missing? Maybe I can hit his sword or something. I doubt it, but worth a shot. Actually, did that damage me? No. Like, I can't seem to get over his head. And I wasn't able to damage his past either, I don't think. This would be a weird strategy if this is intended. Can he even move forward anymore? No. Yeah, see, I'm trying to, like, just boost past, but... Yeah, that's no good. It seems like there's just a wall on this enemy. What am I missing? I think I'm being a big dummy. Before I had to hit a bomb at this thing, but I don't have access to a bomb. I have access to these enemies. But there's no... I guess maybe I don't have to come back here. Maybe I need a new skill or something. But no, see, I clearly need to get past this thing. Do I need to, like, jump on its sword and get a boost or something? No, definitely not. What am I missing? Either there's a way to beat this boss now, or I need something else, but I know there's launch. And charged attack I got, but... It seemed to make him, like, stagger, but that's it. And I certainly can't stagger this guy more than he's walking forward. What the heck am I missing? Is there somewhere else I can go? This seems like the way forward because I already made this whole path all the way around in order to get down here. I don't want to go backwards. Boss door. Well, I guess I do have the key. But I feel like it would be weird. Yeah, see, it clearly says that my next goal is past this boss. I guess it doesn't even strictly say past the boss, I just need to get up there. But I need to get on this platform, and I'm assuming the gate won't open until you're dead. And I can't hit you. And I can't blast you. I don't know why these jellyfish are here. Maybe I need to, like, keep the... Do I need to make him hit the jellyfish? And get shocked or something? Come on. Don't back up. Oh, no, walk forward. Come on, jellyfish. Yeah, no, that did nothing. Jellyfish are not affecting him. Zap him! Zap him with your electric tentacles. It seems like this should be the answer, but... none of my attacks do anything, and I can't get past him. Do I need to do, like, one of these and, like, knock him over or some shit? Like, look at this. Like, I can't knock him back. Does he always just... I can knock him back, like, a tiny bit, and then he just walks forward again. So I can't make him lose ground. Yeah, look at that. Like, I'm even trying to bait an attack, and he just steps forward. The only thing I can do is this to damage him a little bit, but that's clearly not the intended way through. I mean, I know I have this key as well. I'm not, like, thinking about it. I guess I haven't tried stomping on him. But I seriously doubt that's gonna do much. What the heck? What can I do? Attacking him does nothing. Does ground sliding him do something? And I can't skip past because I can't wall jump off this. I tried having him hit the jellyfish, it does nothing, so I'll try ground slide, but I've tried hitting him with various forms. I've tried doing charge attacks like at the top and bottom of the shield. Stomp doesn't seem to do anything. Smite is just another hit. Charged attack doesn't seem to do anything. The beam attack doesn't do anything. There's 2 abilities left, but this thing says that up there is my next objective. So the only thing I could do would be to try to go like way back and maybe find, you know, like a ball store since I have this key, but what am I missing? Yeah, that's not exactly doing it. I'm very confused. How do I get past this guy? I've even tried having him hit the jellyfish, it didn't do anything. What? Do you want to, like, give me a nudge here? Actually, just tell me this. Just tell me this. Yes or no, can I beat this guy with my current skill set right now? Okay. See, I thought I could. Like, I can't knock him back. It doesn't do anything. Do I need to, like, parry his sword or some shit? Because, like, I can't attack him, I can't slide attack him, I can't get over him, I can't wall jump, I can't beam attack, I can't ground pound, I can't slide. Being the right color doesn't seem to do jack. You know, being the opposite color to this thing doesn't seem to do jack. What the fuck? That's really stupid. I've hit him with 100 attacks that are way more powerful than that, and he didn't care. But that one, for some reason, makes him put his shield down. That's a little frustrating that that's the only thing you can do. I guess I was being stupid, but that's pretty frustrating. Oh. Yes. The very same. It's going fine. This boss, like, brick-walled me for a little bit because I couldn't figure out what the game wanted me to do. Turns out that I have to do this slide attack in order to hit him, and there is no other option. Nothing else has him react in any useful way. But that's fine, he's dead. Good riddance. That's going fine, how are you? Yeah, it's my own fault. It's just, like, I tried... I tried hitting him with the charge attack, which is the most recent skill I got, to like knock him back, but you know, that didn't do anything. I tried like parrying the sword, I tried jumping over him, I tried luring him to like hit these jellyfish, and nothing was working, so it's just I missed the one thing I was supposed to do. That's fine. This game's cool though. Very crisp controls. And now I can go... Oh god, don't kill me. Now I can go get my prize, which is probably the launch skill, I guess? Aiko, do you know the premise of this game? It should be pretty clear just from watching. And I'm assuming you've watched Blue play it in the past as well. Yeah, if I'm red, I'm immune to red. If I'm blue, I'm immune to... I'm immune to blue. And also, some of these platforms are only, like, solid in one or the other state. Whoops. I'm glad these are all the same color. This would be really hard if they changed and I had to like think about how to block certain attacks or whatever. Yeah, I could see this being stressful. It's certainly a game that requires some thought, although a lot of these puzzles are, you know, like for instance, these are just alternating red and blue, so it's just swap one or the other, and that's all there is to it. Yeah, I agree, and it's tricky. Like, I don't need bosses to be quote-unquote realistic, but my thought is like, alright, why did I drop down here? My thought is like, there's this big lumbering boss, I understand that I can't break through his shield, but it seems like I should either be able to poke at his ankles, or like knock his shield back with a charge attack, you know, or zap him. It seems like there should maybe be a few options that work, and instead it's just... literally nothing else works. And I think I wouldn't mind either, except that the boss doesn't allow you to get past it naturally, because there's like a wall. Which means that, like, even when I tried to damage boost and just hit him with my sword that was directly on top of him, it didn't deal any damage. It's just a Boolean, like, nope, you don't get to damage this boss unless you do this. Although I guess I did damage him with the beam attack. Oops. Whoa! Run, run, run. No time for you. I need a new ability. The Ministry. Eat this. Oh, also this game is actually Dragon Ball Z. Mother of Eyes. Is this that one boss fight? The dragon, or is that a different boss? That's not the stomp button. That's the blast button. Here we go, eyeball. Bring it on. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, it's just a friendly spider. Looks pretty friend-shaped, TBH. Good lord! Let's hide for a minute. Okay, that's a really cool pattern, though. I didn't do it. Oh, there's a switch down there. Whoops. Oh, I bet I need to hit both very quickly. So let me wait for another cycle. I think this boss is just misunderstood. Got it. Look at that stained glass, well, kind of a stained glass window, more of a stained spiderweb window. Sometimes I see spiders IRL in my apartment, and then I squish them with my superior human strength. Who's tough now, spider? No, that only happens... My junior year of college, I had an infestation of wasps. Infestation is maybe too strong a word, but I'm gonna elaborate my story. I had an infestation of wasps in my apartment. Because here's the thing, I came home one day, right? As you do. And then I saw a wasp on the wall, and I said... Well, I didn't say anything, because I was too busy running away. So I ran away, like a coward. And then I called my brother, who lived pretty close to me at the time, on campus. And I said, hey, don't you have that raid that sprays like 20 feet? And he said, yeah. And I said, can I borrow it? And so I got it, and then I sprayed a lot of raid in my apartment. And in the battle of the wasp versus the can of raid, a spray specifically designed to kill insects, it turns out that spray won and the wasp died. And then that was the end of the story until the wasp's, what I assume was a brother or something, came to avenge his death, because then I saw another wasp, you know, when I came home another time. And then I thought, well, shit. They've learned how to get into my apartment. And then it was creepy one day as well, because like there was residue of the stuff on the wall where I sprayed it. And then I saw another wasp corpse there once, like more than I had killed. Which means that, which means that like another one had gotten in and was killed from the residue. So I was glad that it was dead, but I was less happy that they were getting in. And it was scary because it's like, wasps aren't that big, and they don't make any noise when they're just chilling there. And I'm sorry if I'm scaring anyone. The story has a happy ending, I promise. The happy ending is that I made an educated guess about where they were getting into the apartment. There was like a crack in the wall at one point, kind of like with the wallpaper peeling off a little bit. And I also assumed they might be getting in through like one of the windows. The windows were closed, of course, but there might have been like a way for them to get in. So I took a bunch of tissues and basically like stuffed tissues in all the little openings I could find, and that was it. And I lived in that apartment for like another half a year, and they never made it in again. So I did come out the victor, but I also came out a little spooked, especially because I've had a lifelong phobia of wasps. With spiders, I don't really mind that much. I'm not saying I'd be happy if I saw a spider in my apartment. I definitely want them to stay away. Just that, I don't have that same visceral, like, reaction as I do. Oh my god, that was awesome. I don't have that same visceral reaction that I do for, Whoa! Jeez! Get him! Hit his legs. Yes! I like this boss. This is cool. Do you skip this boss in the speedrun? Because I don't think I've ever seen this boss before. Whoops. Go faster! Oh, God. I'm getting killed. I only play the game. Oh, turn it to the left. Quick. Don't let them get me. No, he's too fast. I assume it's a he spider. Wait. Come on, come on, come on. No, 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 no. I need you to shoot straight up. This way. No! It's too fast for me. I'm too slow. Wait, I have the perfect plan. Perfect plan. Perfect plan. Center. Slap. Yes! Here we go. Here we go. I know. Oh, shit. I've had very good luck regarding bugs in my apartment since. Like, I've been in my current place for approaching 2 years now, actually. And I have not had any bug problems at all. You know, occasionally I'll say, like, house centipede, if you know what those things are. And those things look really scary, but they're pushovers. Get him out of here. Who's the tough guy now, spider? Oh, right, I need to do this. Whoops. What? Oh, apparently I need to wait until it's, in the middle. Oh, it's so fast. Oh, it's so angry. Alright, I can do this. I have 3 pieces of health left. So now I don't think I can damage it left or right. I can, however, slap it. Oh, that's 2 spiders. What? Oh, run, 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 run. Okay, I almost got it. Let's go. Wait. No, it's pointing the wrong way. Damage boost, damage boost. No! Alright, all those attempts were just warm up. This is the real fight. Oh, I see. And during this phase, I can get over to the correct side to hit this thing early. Oops. Crap. Alright, I'm getting sloppy. Okay, now it's already centered. That's good. Apparently I don't understand the pattern of this boss's movement well enough. Alright, careful. I can do this. Just gotta relax. I like that I'm still going for money as if I need any more money right now. Oh, whoops, I needed to hit it. I don't know why I thought I needed to wait on that. I'm just gonna wait until it goes above me again. Which will hopefully be right now. Nope. Oh, what the heck. Health. Okay, good, good, good. Now I'll wait over here. Because it'll shoot the big barrage. And then I need to get past the legs. Let's go. Come on, come on, come on. Yes! Get out of here, mother of eyes. More like mother of dies. That's what you get for messing with John Outland.
The Mother of Eyes knew the order that underlies the world, for she wove it out of nothingness.
Ooh.
With Sister Moon and Sister Sun, she established the very rhythms of existence. Perhaps she envied the sisters, who chose their own path. Following them, she abandoned all her labors, save those of death. Now, it has claimed her, too.
I think I might call it there for today. I've been live for more than 3.5 hours, and rather than push myself, I'll just finish this during the next stream.